let's talk about success. So, what does success mean to you? And also, while we're on the topic, let's talk about happiness and enjoying life. So, I've been going through a lot of transformation in my life, in my business, in my personal life. And my ADHD has me hyper fixating on things. And I mean hyper fixating to the point where I'm researching, I'm reading books, I'm talking to people, I'm interviewing people. I'm trying to learn as much as I can or getting feedback. People are going through my personality assessment tools and they're giving me feedback, which is amazing feedback. Like, they're loving them. And I learn what they like about it and what they don't. And one of the things I learned, and I do get that sense of a bit of rejection sensitivity, so I own it, especially when I've been unwell, I'm more sensitive to it. But one of the things is that I was like, this has to be successful. But then I started to get some feedback around how I can improve, like the Break Free Purpose Compass or the alignment map or the personality assessment tools, like how they could be improved. People gave me feedback on what they loved and what was where I could improve. And none of it was negative. I mean, depends on the lens, depends on the mask I'm wearing. I could have taken it as negative. Oh, I didn't like this bit. That's a bit negative. But I could have gone into, it was unsuccessful, even with the feedback of what people didn't like. But what I realized is that every single part of it, including the feedback of what they didn't like, was a success to me. It was an opportunity to say, okay, I'm going to let go of the judgments of other people. I'm going to let go of the emotion in this situation because the feedback is great. And the feedback is an opportunity to go and say, okay, let me look at it through that lens. Let me look at it through what that person's telling me that they weren't really sure about, or they didn't know whether they liked it or not. Because it's easy to sit in, oh my gosh, people love this is amazing. It's easy to sit in that. It's harder to sit in the feedback where constructive feedback. And then I looked at the people that were giving me the feedback, because that goes into, is this still a success? Do I need to create change? Like, what is required of me? And I looked at the people that were giving me the feedback, and I looked at their background, and I looked at who they are and what they do. And obviously some feedback I completely ignored because it was pure judgment. They have no point of reference. Like, it is just their opinion. And a lot of it, they hadn't even done the assessment tool and they were judging it. So I was like, how can you judge something you haven't done? Apparently you can. So when I work with clients, I love to say to them, what is your definition of success? What is the intended outcome that you would love of this session? Like, don't know if we're going to deliver it or not, but what is it? Setting the tone. What is your purpose for wanting to achieve that? And when we get the answer to those three questions, that's when we can come in with the strategies and, looking at opportunities, looking at any obstacles, like all those kind of things, ownership. That goes into accountability and actions. Then it goes into reassessment, results. Like, it's a whole strategy that I have, a whole methodology framework that I work with. But the biggest key thing is to let go of assumptions, to look at who's commenting and who's saying what, and then who are they? What are their qualifications? Have they actually taken part in what you're doing, what you're offering, what you're talking about? Have they actually done the assessment tool? Have they actually done the course? Have they been to that event? Because it's really easy to sit in judgment and have an opinion and sit behind a keyboard and give that feedback, so to speak, their comments, their opinions. But how we take it on is the key to our long-term success in our business, in our personal life, in whatever our goal is. And it's important to know that success is going to look different to everybody, and it's going to change as well. So when we come from looking at the mindset of a successful mindset, I tend to look at a can-do mindset and getting really clear on what can I do? How possible is this to achieve this goal? Do I need to come back a few steps? Am I looking too far in the future? Do I need to stop being so hyper fixated on something and take what I have and back myself even more? What are my traits that are getting in the way of me achieving some goals that I would love to achieve, personal or business? What am I doing that I could stop and then allow things to happen at their own pace? Might be a pace that we don't like. And I know my ADHD, patience is not my virtue. It's really, it's not my strength. But I'm aware of that. I know that about myself. I know that I get anxious. I know that I get sensitive at times. So what is it that you know about you? And when it comes to success, what does success look like for you? Are you measuring your success on what others are doing and think about you? Or are you measuring your success on what is right for you and your life and your goals? Food for thought.